Hey guys, what's up? It's Crowd9TCG here with my INVOKE MEKK-KNIGHT deck profile. We're gonna keep this one short and sweet, go through the cards because I feel like a lot of people know what a lot of these cards do. So this was for Brooklyn Regionals of November 2019. I had placed 25th out of 48, 9 rounds, lost only 2, so 7-2. And yeah, let's go ahead and just talk about the deck profile real quick. I'm gonna have a more in-depth video about a lot of these cards and showing some side deck options later on if you guys want to watch, but just showing you guys what I top played. 3 Alistair, good card. Sorted out Invocation. For the Mekk-Knight package we played 3 purple, Banish to Search, blue, search based on your opponent's column, and indigo, which moves around columns. For hand traps, 3 Phantasme. Unfortunately, this card is required. Sometimes you go second, sometimes they make you go first, you have no board. You go second, they summon a Link monster, you get Phantasme, you got something on board at least. And it fixes your hand, because this deck can brick very hard. 3 Ash, stops your opponents from playing sometimes. And then 2 Ogre, which no one expected, and it was probably MVP of my deck because I would use Ghost Ogre and they would lose. Because now they got nothing on board, as opposed to having an entire board. For the spells, 1 Terraforming, 3 Meltdown. They cannot negate the activation of your fusion cards. Really good card. And this is out Alistair, obviously. For the fusions, played 2 Invocation. I would not play 3. I feel like 3 is too cloggy. If I played 3, I would play 3 Desires. 2 Super Poly, really good card. Came up for certain matchups, not every matchup. And yeah, wouldn't cut it out right now. It's just too good. Would not play 3 though. I feel like 3 is too much in the main. And 3 Instant Fusion, MVP card. No one knew what Millennium Eye did, no one respected Millennium Eye, and I would take their monsters on board with Millennium Eye. 3 Mind Control, card's broken, card's good, self-explanatory, take the monster, and now it's your monster. 2 Cosmic Cyclone, didn't want to play Twin Twister. I felt like discarding the card was too much of a cost right now for this deck, and against certain decks when you banish their card they just have no follow-up play. And True Draco cannot pop your stuff, which is nice. 2 Call by the Graves. Did not think 3 was necessary, and it really wasn't. When you're going second, 2 is perfectly fine. If you're building a more going first variant, you definitely want to play 3, but just not that's like going second deck. You have to remember Invocation is a pseudo Call by the Grave for breaking the resources, not really protecting your monsters from Ash and Ogre and all that stuff. 2 Desires, like I said, this will always relate to how many Invocations I'm playing, but I don't think I would ever play 3, just because it comes up sometimes, but not all the time, and then if you do banish certain cards, you just lose. But unfortunately, you do have to play it, like it or not. It's a necessary part of this deck. 3 Infinite Permanents. I didn't want to play Valor. I felt like Valor was too slow this format, and letting you keep a monster just really sucked. And on top of that, just they can't call by the grave. That's fantastic. Oh, my apologies. You still get to keep the monster with impermanence. Just you can't call by the grave. That's it. That's the biggest reason. Extra deck we got 2 Makaba. Came up every now and then. 2 Purgatrio. No one respected him, so I would just attack all your monsters once and gain 200 for each, and everyone's like, what? And 1 Caligo, which was the Orcus killer. No Orcus player could really play around this. I played against an Unchained guy. He also couldn't really play around this. It was fantastic. Caligo was just amazing this regional. For the instant fusion targets, we got a Thousand Eyes and a Millennium Eye. Both came in different scenarios. I was debating on cutting this out, and I'm really glad I did it. He came in so many times because no one read what he did, so they would still ash me while he's on board, or I would summon him under a Sunlight Wolf, and they would be like, chain, and I'm like, okay, chain Millennium Eye, take your Sunlight Wolf, and it was just amazing. For the Super Polyfusions, we play 1 Predaplant and 1 Starving Venom. Technically you can go into your Invoke monsters, but it's kind of like, I'd rather save them for later, and this is probably a better choice. And on top of that, these are level 8, which can make Dingirasu. So I also main Dingirasu in case I can mind control an opponent's Galatea, or you can make them through Mekk-Knight Purple, Mekk-Knight Indigo, and these 2. Any variation of the 4, because they're all level 8, and it's fantastic. He came up every other game, to be honest, at least with the Mekk-Knight Indigo and Mekk-Knight Purple combo. 1 Almirage for the Link, 1 Underclock. Let's see, 1 Alistair the Invoker of Madness, 1 Deco Talker, and 1 Boral Sword for my Links. This is great because it's Link 1, gives you an extra fire target for Pick a Trio. On top of that, I do side deck Violet Chimera, so a lot of time you could actually make Violet Chimera at any point with a Salamangreat monster and a Link monster, I believe. Yeah, so I could just make this and then break their board if they have like Avermax or something on the board. One Underclock just because it was fantastic, no one expected it. Use attack and then I win. Meltdown of Madness because necessary. Decode is great because I would have a monster here, a monster spell trap here. Summon Indigo here, the Mekk-Knight Indigo. Move him here, now he's 3300 attack. And one Boros Sword for OTKs as well. It just depends on the OTK route I need to go. If I need to be a bit safer, I'd go Decode Doctor. If I need to go just ham, I go Boros Sword. Because if you got the out, you got the out. For the side deck, 3 Nibiru, self-explanatory combo decks. 2 Lancia, self-explanatory the combo decks. For the spells, I played 1 Super Poly for the combo decks, and this is kind of where the back row hits now. 2 Swing Twister for the back row decks, and for the traps, 3 Red Reboots for the back row decks, and 3 Evenly Match for the back row decks. And then the third Super Poly target, Violet Chimera, in case I'm going against Salamangreat. I only went against 1, so I was glad I had this, because this probably won me the game. Again, level 8, can make Dingirusu really easily. For the matchups, we went against Sky Striker round 1, we lost that game. The guy kind of slow played a bit too much and I had to call him out on it. Round 2, we went against Unchained, we won that game. Round 3, we went against Mekk-Knight Invoke as well. I won the die roll, so he went to go first, and I just broke the board essentially. Round 4, we went against True Draco. We lost that game. The guy was playing extra deck True Draco, made a whole board, like 6 monsters, and just OTK'd me. He had every back row he needed to, it was amazing. Round 5 went against Luna Lights, we won. We used Ghost Ogre and his Nyla, and he just lost. That's it. Round 6 we went against Thunder Dragons. Pretty easy win, to be honest. Kaliga really did make the game state a lot harder for them, so we just won off of that. Round 7 we went against Salad. Pretty easy victory, to be honest. Violet Chimera came in clutch and then just OTKing for absurd amount of damage. Round 8 and 9 was both against Pure Orchist, and again, Kaliga just came in clutch. It stalled out a couple turns, and then I OTK'd from there on. And yeah, that's the tournament report. I'll have a more in-depth video showing you guys side deck options and all that stuff for Invoke later on. If you are interested, make sure you subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and have yourselves a great day.